How's it going, everyone? My name's Draelik, and welcome to the channel. Today we got One Piece episode 1131. It's been a couple weeks. My internet was god awful. Luckily, the internet service provider came out and they were able to figure out what was going on. I honestly was a little worried because they've come out before and they could not solve it. But luckily, it seems to be doing better. I was also gone for a couple days this past weekend, so that just extended the time period of me not doing anything for YouTube or whatever other platform. But we're back. We got One Piece, and I have been itching to watch not this past episode, but the episode previously, 1131. So we're now 2 episodes behind. I'm gonna watch them back to back here. I don't know if I'm gonna do 1 upload or 2 uploads. We'll see. Yeah, I really want to see where we go from here. We got Kuma's backstory. We're going to probably end up continuing with that. We got a little bit of God Valley. I wish we saw a little bit more, but, it is what it is. Maybe we'll get some of that in the future. We pretty much just focus solely on Kuma and everything that's involving him, which, I'm obviously perfectly fine with. We got now to the point where he's living with Ginny alone back on his home island. I forget what his island's called. It's like Sorbet Kingdom, maybe? Something like that. I don't remember. I haven't really gone back and looked at the episode. But they're living together. I'm going to assume we get some kind of time skip because we have a lot to catch up on, and I don't really see this backstory going that many more episodes, maybe 3 or 4 more episodes. So, I mean, we still have to figure out everything that involves Bonnie. We got to figure out how Kuma became a robot in that whole situation. What happens to Ginny, and a bunch of unknown stuff that we have no idea. So there's a lot of time because, I mean, as of now, he's only, 9, 10 years old? And I would assume Kuma currently is like 50. So that's about it. We are going to hop right into this. Let's go. Sorbet Kingdom. There we go. I think that's what I said. 8 years, so he's okay. It was right off the bat. We get a time skip. So what is he? 17 now? So he's just a healer, pretty much, for the town. It's kind of dope. Did he have little ears when he was a kid? I don't think so. Yep, 17. Spot on. Sorry if you heard my mic. Boob. How old is Ginny now? She was, 4 years older? So she's 21? Looks just like Bonnie. Are they still... Oh, okay. Is the Heavenly Tribute... Is that just putting them back on those islands to get hunted? Or is that to become a slave? Okay, so he's on their side. He's like the heart and soul of the city or village. He's doing what Zoro did? Jesus, man. That's why Ginny said only Sundays. Holy moly. I wonder why he has to do that. I guess it has to go somewhere. Okay. There we go. Look how big he is. And I wonder what happens to send him down the terrible. I mean, something's got to come back, like an admiral or someone. Maybe Saturn. Oh, what? Dragon. Uh-oh. The king? Oh, no. Okay. Man got broccoli. It's a broccoli rub. Gyo-gyo. That soundtrack always, I just got goosebumps. 22 years ago. How much further? Oh, okay. Man, what the fuck? Oh, he's older now. Just 8 more years. It's all the old people he was helping? Or is these just other people? Well, that's all he needs to hear. Every time I see him, I like his devil fruit more and more. Is this his bomb? Mm. That's where it starts, I guess. That spiral. How'd they catch this dude? I guess he didn't want to hurt everyone. Oh, this must have been after that. Hey, who's attacking them? This got to be the Revolutionary Army? They just straight killed that guy. Oh, dragon? And that's where they all meet. It's been almost 20 years. Oh, that's right. I forgot they knew each other. Dragon doesn't have his tattoo yet either. Wonder if he has. I wonder if that's a part of his devil fruit. Okay, so Roger's death already happened, I guess. I think that's the most we've ever seen of Dragon. He was in the Navy. All right. He's leaving his home. Oh, he came back. Jeez. 8 more years. She's 33. Are they getting married? Oh, okay. Who's walking up? Fuck was that? I knew something had to happen. All right, that was 1131. Another solid episode. Episodes are just blowing by. Yeah, solid episode. We got a bunch of. I mean, it was just all of Kuma and Ginny, pretty much. Bunch of time has passed. Kind of what I expected, but I think even more time passed than I thought. So I mean, he's aged. He went from 9 to 33 in this past episode. So, you know, his life is going by quick. So, it seemed like he was enjoying his life pretty much with Ginny the first, 8 years. Kind of getting used to his devil fruit. And kind of good information we found out was whatever happened, when nothing happened back in, what arc was that? Thriller Bark? With Zoro? That had to happen. One way or another, that had to happen. As soon as he pushed that shit out of Luffy, either it was going to go back to Luffy or whatever, what ended up happening with Zoro. So I didn't know that was an element to Kuma's devil fruit. That makes it much more, I guess, balanced, right? You can't just expel pain and it just disappears. Like someone has to take on all that punishment. I think that's a really interesting quirk, I guess, to his quirk. I don't know if I said that right. Whatever. Very interesting. I guess his devil fruit isn't as OP as I was thinking. I mean, it's still good devil fruit, and that's still a crazy ability, but that definitely humbles the devil fruit in a fashion, because that kind of blows. Like, if you're taking away these people's pain, you have to bring it onto yourself. And I mean, it was 1 week of just all these old people doing just nonchalant things, and he got fucked up from it. So, and he was doing that every week for who knows how long. Then we got him joining the Revolutionary Army. He ended up meeting Dragon. We probably saw the most of Dragon we've ever seen, so that was nice. It was kind of just more or less smooth sailing. I mean, they ended up getting recaptured. His whole kingdom, the king started doing some dumb shit. He's just a genuinely, anyone that is on the side of the celestial dragons is just almost pure evil. And that seems to be no different with this king. He was trying to create some kind of poverty line in his country, where you have the north that would just become super rich and the south would just become slaves and poor. Didn't end up happening because of Dragon and the Revolutionary Army, so that was good. And Kuma and Ginny ended up reuniting with Ivankov and Dragon, and we didn't even really see it, but 8 years passed and they were within the Revolutionary Army. And I think it said Ginny was a captain. I'm sure Kuma, I don't know if they showed what Kuma's rank was within the Revolutionary Army, but very end we get Ginny captured. We kind of knew this was going to happen because we don't see Ginny. So does she die? I think so. Unfortunately, I don't want it to be that way, but I think it's set up in that fashion where she might die. And because we haven't seen her, she's at least nowhere close. No, I can't imagine her living beyond the next episode or two. It's gonna suck. I think the last couple episodes haven't really been that sad. I think the first episode we got introduced when he was doing his dance, and then the first episode of his backstory like his parents and being enslaved. Those 2 episodes were sad, or that might have been 1 episode. I can't quite remember. But it hasn't actually been that terribly sad. I mean, it's just been a good backstory. But I think next episode is going to be kind of brutal. If I think, Ginny does die. And then where does Bonnie get born here? I thought at this point it would have happened already. Maybe she's already born and they just didn't show it. Or, and maybe they got married. I have no idea. They didn't really show it. I mean, that was 16 years in the past that Ginny brought it up and then it never ended up happening, or much later. And Kuma's reasoning was because of what happened to him and how his father saw it, that he has the Buccaneer blood of like this ancient civilization, and he doesn't want his kid to go through the same thing potentially that he just went through. So I totally understand that. But Bonnie's alive for now. So obviously something happens there. And, Bonnie has Buccaneer blood, which is interesting. I don't know how that helps her. Like, does that give her some kind of ability? Because she's not big. Like, is there something else that does for you? I don't know. Or is that just like, there's got to be a reason why that's specific, or why that's a thing. But I don't know. I guess we'll eventually find out. Yeah, another great episode. I'm gonna hop right into 1132 here in a second. I just got to get it set up. That is it. See you here in a second. Adios.